3 million Americans suffer from a bleeding disorder, and many depend on the kindness of strangers for life-saving treatments. Tony Basa's son, Andrew, is one of those patients, and March is Bleeding Disorders Awareness Month. And Basa, along with pediatric hematologist Dr. Claudio Sandoval, Senior Director of Scientific and Medical Affairs at Octapharma, join us now from an Octapharma Plasma Donation Center in Columbia, South Carolina, with important information on how we can all become lifesavers. Thank you both so much for joining me today. So Tony, let's start with you. Tell us about Andrew's disease, your son, and the journey that led to his diagnosis.
Sure. Andrew was diagnosed at age 3 with VWD, von Willebrand's disease type 2A severe, after we were accused of child abuse with the daycare that we were at. Excuse me. And so we ended up taking him to our pediatrician, who did numerous tests and came to the diagnosis of von Willebrand's disease type 2A. And for us and our family, we're wondering, where did he get it from? No one in our family has any type of bleeding disorder, so this was new to us. After many years of receiving treatment on demand, he had a torn meniscus in his knee at age 7 or 8, which then led him to receiving prophy twice a week. So he's been doing this. He's 22 years old now, so he's been receiving this plasma treatment for twice a week for a number of years.
Wow.
And every time he does it, he feels better. His quality of life is changed. When he was smaller, he would tell me, my knee's bothering me, and I would say, when was the last time you factored? And he'd go and do it. And I know when he was smaller, every time he received a treatment, he felt like Superman again, who'd want to go jump off the couch or do stuff that he shouldn't be doing.
Right. Well, I'm glad that he's doing well, but I'm so sorry that you have had to deal with that and that he's still dealing with that. So Dr. Sandoval, I mean, is this a chronic disorder? Will he be dealing with this for the rest of his life? Tell us more about the disease and how plasma is helping.
Sure. So von Willebrand's disease is known as the most common bleeding disorder. There are different types of von Willebrand's disease. In some types, you just don't have enough of the von Willebrand factor. In other types, you do have enough of the factor, but it just doesn't work normally. It doesn't function normally. It's a lifelong bleeding disorder with many different types of bleeding episodes. And the way we use human plasma is that we're able to extract the coagulation proteins that folks like Tony's son require to both stop bleeding events from occurring and to treat the bleeding events when they do occur. So that folks, when they donate plasma, have to realize that today they have saved someone's life. And that needs to be a constant reminder to them of their generosity.
Yeah, Dr. Sandoval, what is the process like for someone to donate plasma?
Sure. So a first-time donor will come into an Octapharma Plasma Donation Center. They'll have a physical exam. Folks who have done this previously will come in, they'll check in. They will then get directed to their chair. They'll have an intravenous line placed. The line is then hooked up to a machine. This machine collects the blood, but then is able to spin out the plasma so that we can collect the plasma. We then return the blood cells to the patients, the folks who are donating. And then that process is repeated about 6 times. And the entire process takes about an hour and 10 minutes, slightly longer for those first-time donors who need to have a physical exam performed.
Okay, and yeah, that lady back there, she had a book, so just sit back, relax, have a book, you know, and know that you're helping save a life. So Tony, what would you say to someone who's on the fence?
I would recommend that they jump to the good side. Like Dr. Sandoval said, you know, this is saving someone's life. If I could go back in time to when my son started receiving plasma and thank everybody for doing it, I don't think I'd have enough time left in my life to do it. So this is a good opportunity for me to say thank you to everybody that has done it and thank those future donors. And like, you know, it's saving someone's life. Let it be my son's life or somebody else's life.
Beautifully said. And Dr. Sandoval, where can we go for more information?
Sure. So you can jump onto your computer, go on to the octapharmaplasma.com website, and there you can get some more information on the donation process. You can make appointments. You can find out where there is a center in your hometown. and then realize that today you have saved someone's life.
Wonderful. Well, thank you both so much for joining me today to tell us all about it. And everyone at home, if you'd like to see this interview again, you can head to First Coast News Plus.